Making another video real quick before I head out today and go to the market and from there start working today. So I'm like an hour behind the U.S. time right now. And then in a few weeks, it's going to change back, so I'll be on the same time zone. But one of the things I want to talk about today is the importance of language. What you say matters. What you learn to say matters just as much, if not more. And so, as someone who is in a primary primary speaking primarily speaking Spanish speaking country, I'm really challenged by the language here. Now, there are a lot of people here who do speak um, English, so it's not like every day my interactions with people and just in Spanish. But since I've been here, I've learned a lot, and I'm continuing to learn. I'm continuing to grow. One of the benefits of learning this language has been the ability to get access to things that I would have never necessarily had access to because I know how to ask for it in their language. Some of you may or may not know this about me, but I am a huge fan of natural remedies and herbal treatments and things like that. And I learned that a lot when I was in the Philippines. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of times, when I got here, I wanted a particular herb and didn't know what the name of that herb was in Spanish. So I had to learn the name of that particular herb in their language. And I think this lesson goes to other things, other aspects of your life. So, for example, when we start talking about on the job market, if you don't know the right position to apply for, you don't even know that there's a whole industry that exists. And so, one of the things I've wanted to do with this um, group is to show people and shed light on this idea that there's plenty of work out there if you want it. You just have to learn the language. And then once you learn the language, you have to become valuable enough so that people will see your value and say, hey, I think I want you to join our team. And I would go to far and say that has always been the case. I want to really give you guys sort of a warning, if you will. Things are changing. Everyone can see that. But I don't think you understand how vast this change is that's coming. A lot of you out here have call center jobs and jobs like that can easily be either outsourced or just eliminated. We have very quickly artificial intelligence that's coming along that will do the job of hundreds of thousands of people. Now, to be fair, I realize that whenever there is an invention, that also opens up another lane for people. But I think what we're seeing now is something that we've never quite seen before. I remember back in the day how you were able to go to like a record store in the mall or something and buy a CD or album or cassette tape, whatever it was they were selling at the time, because there was no way to download music like it is today. Now you don't have to leave your home. You get an entire album with a click of a button. And so, but what hasn't changed since that time is this concept of value, language and value. And what I mean by that is you learn the language, you know how to speak the language. In this case, we start talking about digital marketing, knowing what the positions apply for, but what do you say in a job interview? You're speaking a particular language. And if you can't convey that language to the employer, then they're just not going to hire you. It's just that simple. So my goal here is to teach you guys how to speak that language. Whenever I finish my course, I'm going to go into a great bit of detail about this because I think it's just that important. Language also, for those of you who are in relationships with other people, you understand that language can either begin a relationship or it can end a relationship. It also has a way of maintaining relationships. So language is really, really important. And so you have to every now and then update your language skills so that you can become a better communicator and get across what it is that you want to get across. Because again, as I always say, it's not a money problem. It's not a silent problem. A lot of times it's a mindset problem. And what we're experiencing right now with all these changes that we're starting to see, it's a question of mindset. I read a comment one time in a YouTube comment, and it said that 2020 was a IQ test, and it made me kind of laugh. It made me think about a lot of things that we're starting to see happen, which I'm not going to go into detail, but I think most of you are aware of, a lot of happenings that are happening around the world. But again, I think it's about language. Everyone out here isn't experiencing the same thing you're experiencing. There are a lot of people who made a lot of money last year and continue to make a lot of money this year. And so there's no panic. There's no frenzy happening with them. So just pay attention to everything that's happening. And again, learn the language. It is that important. I'm going to go ahead and hop off this call and get going and start my day. But I wanted to just share that message that language is very important. And if you don't understand the language, then learn it. Find the people who speak the language. By the way, I will be sharing a link to my, I'm offering a 1 hour consultation that I'm going to start soon. And I want you to have the mindset of, if this is something that you want to do, at least in digital marketing, I want you to have the mindset of, this is an investment for my future. I saw this the other day, and I'm probably going to continue to repeat this because I think it's that good. A lot of people, when you offer a service or product to people, they say, "Oh, that's a scam. That's a scam. That's a scam." Now, I've lived this, so I'm living it now. What I'm trying to offer to all of you, and that is simply an opportunity to get more valuable, so that you can improve your quality of life, no matter what's happening around you. I am not worried about making money because I know how valuable my skill sets are. And I want you to be in that same situation as you begin to ascend into this profession. Again, that's if that's something you want to do. But with regard to the consultation, it's an investment into your future. When we start talking about scams and stuff like that, scam stands for, what did the guy say? I think the guy said, still confused about money. That's the acronym for scam. Still confused about money. And I think that's great. You know if someone is scamming you or if something isn't for you. And I would tell you, if it doesn't feel right in your spirit, then don't do it. Even with me. If you feel like, okay, I don't think what this guy's trying to offer me isn't right, that's fine. But at the same time, what you're not going to say is, I didn't know. That's what you're not going to say. Because we're living in a time of transformation. We're living in a time of a lot of information, and things are coming to light all over the place. So in a time of information and knowledge, ignorance isn't an excuse anymore. So I want to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please tell your friends about this group. Have them join it. Oh, and by the way, if those of you get to the end of this video, I probably will be starting a YouTube channel really soon where I'll be talking about traveling, digital marketing, and other things to motivate people. And in the comments, if you could just simply say this is something you might be interested in joining or following, that will go a long way, because right now I'm in the planning stages of that, and I want to see if it's going to actually be as valuable as I think it is. Everything starts with an idea and a thought. You just have to take some action, and don't worry about how silly you may look, because every day I'm out here speaking bad Spanish, every day. And I know these people here are like, what in the hell is he saying? but I got to get up every morning and get repetition in because I'm going to be here for a while. At least that's what I hope. So, and plus it's something good to learn. So anyway, I'm going to jump off this video now. Thank you guys for watching this morning, and I'll see you next time. Later.